Welcome back, this is Ryan Jennings, and we're on the Provenance Marketing Show yet again. Another week. We do these weekly, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. This goes up onto youtube.com/BuyNZMade and also onto the Apple Podcast or any streaming service that you listen to your podcast on. If you haven't subscribed, really appreciate those that have. And here, these are the products we're going to be talking about this week. First up is Kahuku Naturals. Kahuku do not only these containers, which are for hand soaps, for shampoos, pet shampoos or household cleaners. The glorious thing about Kahuku Natural is they do refills. So you get one of these, depending on what you order on kahuku.co.nz, they'll send this to you exactly with what you've ordered, and then you decant from here into one of these containers with a flask or something to stop it spilling, and then you use your soap or your shampoo, and this goes into your laundry or kitchen or wherever you've got it stored. Then when you're finished here, you refill, finish, refill, and so on until this one is empty. When this gets empty, send it back to Kahuku and they'll refill it for you after they've sterilized it, cleaned it, and the whole process starts again. So the beauty of doing this is you're still getting the use of one of these hand soap containers without the plastic. So really good for the environment. I've featured them in our Kiwi Branding Edge book recently. If you do get a copy of that, which is starting to be sent out, those are some of the large tanks that the products are stored in. And I think it's nice. It's a good way to do a whole closed loop cycle way of sustainability from your home to their place. The only part in between, of course, is the courier fees, which they've got a special deal on as well. So go and have a look at them at kahuku.co.nz. Second is, let's move over to these ones. This is Rukawa. Rukawa is a relatively new company for NZ Made. They became an active license holder a few weeks back. Katarina Scott is the business owner there. They do a Kawa tonic. For those of you into herbal remedies, the active ingredient here is the kawa leaf. That's got 5 grams of kawa leaf inside of here, along with a number of other ones: burdock root, sheep sorrel, slippery elm, and Turkish rhubarb. So for those of you who know what the herbalism naturopath movement is all about, you'll know that can be very good for you. Same as with these moisturizers and balms. So this one here is another Kawa Kumarahu balm. This one here is Kawa Tupakihi, I should say. All there for moisturizing with different flavors, and the Kawa balm. We'll be giving all of these away. They've also got a shampoo or body bar. You could use that with your block dock that we featured last week. They selectively and sustainably gather their main plant ingredients from the native hills behind the beautiful Bay of Islands in New Zealand. And all of this is manufactured under MPI conditions. That's Ministry for Primary Industry. So that makes sure that everything is done in a legitimate way. Last up for today is a company called Seymours Distribution. They do this iconic cheese cutter. But it turns out not all of you use cheese cutters. Some of you just use a knife. If you're a knife cutting person, comment below. If you have the cheese cutter in your drawer, let me know. I'm keen to find out what Kiwis are doing and which is the preferred method of cutting your cheese in 2019 going into 2020. The good thing about what Seymours do is the plastic forming. Red is a very strong color, so that's what gives it that tensile strength. There's a thick side and a thin side on here, if you didn't know that already, and that's what makes the cheese cut fine. Great for summers, great for barbecues, great for putting on those burgers and so on. Obviously the New Zealand made Kiwi trademark in the classic red and blue. We've got a lot of these to give away, so if you'd like one, just tell me what cheese you enjoy slicing. They also do a classic old school game. I don't know if you can remember this from your childhood, Hugo, but this was certainly a favorite in my primary school, Knucklebones. I think there's a few other names it's called, but I remember it as Knucklebones. And If you just grab these out of here. I can't really recall how to play, but I remember there's something you could dump them all down on the ground, and then you had to pick one up and then throw it up in the air and kind of catch it like that. You see, all in one go. And that would be your turn. There are a few other ones like I wrote down here, the overhand 1s, 2s, 3s, jockeys, jingles, through the arch, catching flies, lots there. We've got a few of these to give away as well, so comment if you remember knuckle bones from your childhood, or you've got a child now that would love to get into these. When we visited them, this isn't their main operation, obviously. This is kind of a side part of their business. They're manufacturers of the Cuisine Queen range of plastic storage bins, which are great if you want to kind of Marie Kondo your kitchen. And so talk me through this particular range here, the Cuisine Queen.
So Cuisine Queen was started in the early 1960s by a lovely old gentleman by the name of Laurie Stringer, and he was bringing moulds in from UK and Australia, and he decided, hey, this isn't good enough, I'm going to create my own moulds and products. Something like this food storer, there's only two parts to this. No funny clips. When it's broken or you're finished with it, that can go in the recycling bin.
Those are the main products for this week. Let's go to Q&A.
Hi Anna, we have a small second business owned by the parent company. Does it come under the same account?
If your business is under a parent company and it's a separate limited liability company, then you're going to need a separate license. Different companies, different license fees. If it's a subsidiary brand under the main company, that's fine. We can cover that under a single license.
Hi Ryan, I've just paid the subscription fee, but I can't see any tabs on my dashboard that allow me to download the black kiwi image. Any ideas?
Sometimes if you've just paid your license fee, it will take a few hours to update from zero into our CRM system. So give it a few more hours. As soon as that's cleared, then within our CRM, it automatically unlocks the area to download your artwork. Shouldn't take more than 24 hours. If it does, let us know at info@bynz.org.nz. That's it for this week. Join us next week on episode 29. We've got more products that we're going to be featuring. And then something a little bit special the week after. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're on youtube.com/bynzmade. We've got NZ Made Day coming up. Have a look at some of the deals, over 100 there now at nzmadeday.nz. If you're a retailer or manufacturer that's thinking of getting involved, go onto the site and make sure that you go through the participation process. That's nzmadeday.nz. Thanks for watching and see you next week.